Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Ari Sky Read-A-Lee's video blog. I'm Ari Sky. So I have a couple announcements to make for you all. Besides me being depressed, very depressed over my weight, my therapist and I decided it was time for me to talk to you about why I'm depressed. You guys could sit there and say, oh, well, it's probably whatever reason. There's many reasons. One is my sister took her life last month. A month ago today, she took her life. It's hard. And then I'm depressed for other reasons. The heat. It is sweltering. You don't know how hot it is, but it is fucking hot. Very hot. Another thing I want to share with you all, because this is going to be a small update, because I need to take a bath. I'm really not in the mood for my gaming. Plain simple. I'm glad Chris turned around and said, do your gaming when you feel like it. Well, thanks, Chris. I appreciate that. Unfortunately, Chris doesn't realize my depression's getting severely bad. That's the problem. Where's my dip can? I'm going to have my morning dip yet. I think it's here, right? I think this is it. Maybe it isn't. No, can's empty. So I want to share with you a couple things. Anyways, I made some coffee this morning. Here we go. Dip can. Got some in it. So basically, I wanted to share with you all a lot's going on. There's a lot of depression going around. Between the heat hitting the window, this morning it got to 83. And that is fucking hot for an island. And fucking June. We're not even hit the summer yet. First day of summer is when? Summer solstice is the 20th. So yesterday was the first day of summer, and yet my neighbors, my friends are all looking at an air conditioner unit for myself. So, which is nice, Chloe's like, how's it gonna fucking time? The fucking world revolves around, not Chloe's. And that is another reason why I'm kind of depressed, because everything revolves around Chloe. Now, for example, I told Chloe to clean up her own mess, right? Now, let me tell you what's going on, okay? There's a lady who came out, who was an organizer. She also works with the state and does other things. She knows that this place is going to take a miracle to get clean, because Tweedle Dum Dum's like, I'm so depressed. See, I call her Tweedle Dum Dum because everyone on this island thinks she's a scammer. Scams. Literally, she thinks she can use my debit card to charge for 2 cans of shaving cream and 2 sets of razor blades and say, oh, it's mine, and then the card matches mine. It says how much. When you're paying $40 at the drugstore, you got to wonder why you're paying $40. You see? And thing is, you can't have an excuse like, and forget which card to use. That's where I put my card in the safe. It's locked. She doesn't have access to it. The other thing is I'm depressed because I can't do or eat what I want, pretty much. So last night, Chloe threw fit over something or other, and I don't remember what it was, but it was like the night before. Okay, so the night before, like last night was one thing. So the day before was sausage links and country gravy, right? So I had sausage links and country gravy. The next day, I had for lunch a couple of those raviolis that Brian keeps talking about me trying. They're really good, by the way. As long as you don't have someone cooking it at 3 and boiling it for 30 minutes while shoveling in her own food, and then you burn your tongue. So, I was talking to the lady about that the other day. She said, oh, I could see your tongue was somewhat burnt, and I was like, she was really nice. Anyway, so what happened was she's supposed to contact me with a new schedule when she come out. But in the meantime, Chloe promised to get things done. But Chloe says, oh, you're arguing, And I think Chloe uses that excuse for, fuck you, I'll do what I want, So I finally turned around and put my foot down to, no, you're leaving. You either get a hospital stay or you freaking buy a ticket out of here, but you're gone. I don't want to fucking wait 24 hours. I'm tired of this. Tired of having all my friends be called fat cows and fat cow and fat moo-moos and rapist lovers and everything else. I mean, Chloe's basically tearing down all my friends. And I'm not standing for it. So I told her to leave. And the depression's because of Chloe, too. Sister dying, oh, I'm so happy. Your fucking sister died, and your husband's dead, and your mom's dead, and your fucking asshole dad's dead. I mean, she just tears down everyone, and I'm tired of it. You don't see me sitting there tearing down her own blood mother. No, I'm not. You know, so I sit there and say, oh, mom's not emailing. Yeah, oh, well. So, you know, but, you know, I'm just doing this long enough to get a bath in, and then, you know, I'll have a bath, you know, long enough till the water heats up and I can clean the bath, because the neighbor, Chloe, I should say, I shouldn't call her neighbor, basically had a problem with, hold on a second, look for my device. Okay. There we go. So basically what happened was, I got tired of it. You know, Chloe attacks me and attacks me and attacks me. And I finally said enough's enough, you know. So I basically turned around and said enough's enough, you know. And I finally said, look, I don't want you here. You're not getting better. Then she wants to blame me for keeping her therapist away. No, I said the therapist, for my own answers, aren't doing jack shit. Fortunately, she thinks differently. You know, she thinks differently. She thinks totally differently, and well, I'm just checking to see if this is going. Yeah, okay. So I basically haven't brushed my hair today. As you can see, I can't find my brush that's over there. So I haven't brushed my hair. I haven't had a shower in a few days, starting to stink, you know, and I'm depressed. Literally, I'm furiously mad. She wants to attack the neighbor who didn't do anything. The neighbor basically didn't do anything, and yet the neighbor didn't do anything, right? I, on the other hand, know that Chloe's the abusive one. Even Chloe's admitted it on YouTube, and yet I, on the other hand, I'm tired, and I've asked Chloe time and time again to leave. Pretty much to leave. All right, so I mean, literally, she shouldn't be calling my friends fat cows, and everyone's fat cows, and everyone's fat cows, and everyone's fat cows. Literally, she wanted to go in and clean out my entire guild. Literally, just wipe them all clean. All because of her anger. I mean, literally. I'm not going to allow that to happen. You know, I'm tired of, you know, the abuse. And I finally turned around and told her, look, she wants to blame me, you know, for it. The whole, you know, look at her therapist. Her therapist, she basically turned around, she's everybody getting way too around. Well, then fucking pack up and leave. Go to your therapist. Fucking go to the fucking hospital. Just get out of here. I don't want to fucking deal with this anymore, you know? That's the thing. I've asked her to leave nicely. I mean, literally, she steals from me. I can't, I have like $40 taken from me. $40 fucking dollars. I mean, literally. And this lady who works with the state's really curious about what's going to happen. You know, either I'll go to a group home or fucking Chloe will. I mean, literally, the lady basically is the way it is, you know. I just want to be in peace, you know. Even Dinky knows that. My therapist said it's time to tell you what's going on with my depression. Besides, Dinky knows I've been wanting to get rid of this Chloe for a long time. she's going to either get me evicted or she's going to, Thing is, so I told Chloe, right, the money could have been spent elsewhere than a trike, because I can't pedal. My health is going down the toilet. And yet, no one cares. No one cares, And then my neighbor thinks these phones are free or $5 as they hold a charge. The fucking phone cost me $30 and they work. I mean, literally, how's the bar on it? I don't know. 5. Oh no, yeah, I got 5 bars. See, 5 bars. And that's the other thing. My family, right? My family says, "How come there's no updates on YouTube?" Well, I'm depressed. How would you feel if your sister committed suicide? You'd probably be the same way. Well, at the same time, family says, "Oh, well, you got to cut your losses and cut this, right?" But my therapist said that I should let you guys know that between my health failing, hospital not wanting to help me, I have even asked the hospital time and time again to help me with getting vaccinated if I have to fly. See Corey and Tara before summer ends. It was like birthday present, they said, or something. I don't know how Tara worded it. Maybe Tara was drunk. I don't remember. Anyways, the point is, Tara wanted me down there, and so I was working on it. Unfortunately, hospital won't take me in for nothing. For whatever reason it is, they don't care. Maybe it's Chloe, maybe it's not Chloe, who knows? No one cares. That's the thing. So Chloe's got all these phone calls to make, and yet I'm basically, telling her, leave. I don't want to hear. Or I just don't want to hear. Calling everyone fat pigs and cops pigs and neighbors pigs and, neighbors supposed rapists and everything else, I had enough is enough. I basically said, look, you're not getting better. You won't get better. You refuse to get better. You call everyone names. You do what you want. You control everything. I'm done. Out. Gone. Bye-bye. And I got advocates already working behind the scenes for me. Literally, they are working behind the scenes for me. They're not working for Chloe. They don't want to work for Chloe. I mean, look, the one lady basically told Chloe to get some advice. Chloe backdoored everything and left for supplies. But she came back, I, on the other hand, just want to make sure the, the reason Chloe didn't take a bath in the last few days is because the tub was completely dirty. See, the advocate lady that came out and checked on me and was organizing told me to wash down the garbage can so I did in the tub. But Chloe thought, well, it's your mess, you clean up. But everything else around this house is her mess. Because of it, she could go 3-4 weeks stinking until she basically says, oh, really, but when it comes to me. So today I scrubbed down the tub, got it cleaned because I was waiting for, I figured Chloe will get it done, So I got that, but nope. And the other thing is the garbage cans are overflowing and she refuses to take trash out. I mean, literally, refuses it. Oh, I'm depressed. Well, look where I'm at. I'm fucking depressed living with someone who fucking doesn't care. I mean, literally, my husband's father basically is right. What I'm living with is a cockroach. So as soon as eviction happens, she'll just pack up, move, and go somewhere else. I mean, literally, it's the way it is. I mean, literally, I don't think she has a heart or remorse. I think it's more of a control thing, For example, we had some new rules put in place in the guild. Me and Chloe discussed it. We basically agreed. Rules were broken. Chloe wants to go and do a house cleaning. So only like 3 people breaking the rules. 2 officers, or 1 member, 1 officer, and a leader. Everyone else has been basically following the rules. Unfortunately, the problem is now they're all set on legendary weapons. One guy's like, oh, I did this, I did that, and I did this, I did that, and then he's telling me what he wants me to do. I mean, let me put it this way. I got tired of it. I literally turned around and got tired of it. I mean, literally, the other day, okay, here's what happened. Right? Depression. I was telling my therapist said, you haven't done YouTube in a while, check it out. So I'm playing my game, and I had to run around with this guy for 9 hours, right? Chloe comes out, oh, what the fuck you doing? Well, I'm complaining the metas with this guy. Well, why don't you complain it with me? Because you know why the guild doesn't want to deal with Chloe? It's because Chloe's narcissistic. Chloe basically said in her ways, we had a guy that was supposed to do dungeons, right? I've done all the dungeons already. I set up, I'm like, ready to do some dungeons? Oh, yeah, boss. You ready to do some dungeons? Oh, yeah, boss. So what happened? So we're doing dungeons, right? Chloe turns around and says she wants this dungeon, this dungeon. She wants her mastery. She doesn't give a shit about anyone else. So I finally said, look, this guy here needs his mastery in this one. Oh, boo, boo. Finally, I took over and got it done for him. But that's when he realized, he's like, you got to get rid of Chloe. Boss, you truly got to get rid of Chloe. I mean, literally, Chloe put in the rules, no ascended weapons, right? So me and a guy last night, we're going around, and I got him this new bow, 40 gold, and I throw these sigils in it, just keep it quiet, because this is what I use. He says, thanks, boss. We're the Ranger squad, right? I don't know how many times the guy saved my ass in my game. It's like Dinky saving me when it comes to Moppy's food, and whatever, Dinky's like, oh, here you go, always saving me, and I'm afraid to ask help for my birthday, Christmas coming up. But anyways, let me just tell you a story. So this guy helped me out, right? Chloe through fit. And I said, I still don't know how to get the mastery. I'll look it up. Fine, I will. The guy turned around and says, how you doing on your special achievement, right? There's a special achievement where you get legendary stuff. I said, oh, I got 1 and 2 tiers done. Way to go, boss. Tier 3. And the guy that recommended me doing it, he's like, you already completed your first 2. And I said, I got 6 achievements to do. 4 of them I can clear out in the next couple days, leaving me with just 2 achievements, which are puzzles. He said, I'll help you with the 1, which means 5 out of 6. We're good as gold, boss. Then he asked this morning about legendary weapons. And I said, look, I've been pondering buying a legendary weapon. I've been accumulating so much gold. Why do you think I spent 50 gold on the one guy? He basically loves his new bow. It does extra critical hits, does lightning damage, and it does some other stuff. There's smoke coming out of it, too, for some reason. I don't know why smoke comes out of the bow, but it's cool. He loves it. It's a tank of a bow, But anyway, so he turned around, he was loving it every minute, But I, on the other hand, was angry, because I was like, what the fuck, And so, my family, they keep asking me about doing YouTube, They're like, well, we need an update on YouTube. My depression's getting bad because, as my therapist said, I feel abandoned. My family doesn't know this. They didn't tell me why they went to Texas. They just moved to Texas. They came out to Christmas and it was awesome. They're awesome people. They're totally awesome. But they didn't explain it, and they said you gotta get rid of Chloe. How do you get rid of someone who fucking uses everything against you? I mean, we all know what she did. Even Dinky even confirmed, the whole Secret Service thing with Chloe's underhanded tactics. But anyways, my depression's standing because I'm healing from these wounds. If you see my arms here, Dinky hasn't seen my arms. You've seen my legs. Look at these. Look at these. Right here. You see? Moppy has been checked for fleas over and over and over. I don't know how the hell these are happening, right? We check for bed bugs, no bed bugs. We check for other things, no fleas. But this is just my left leg, right? I could be diabetic. That's another thing. I can't get the diabetes test because, frankly, they won't give it to me. The hospital's pissed. Look at this. I got all these fucking marks and wounds and everything else, right? And could be diabetic. They don't want to do the test, So, on that aspect. And so, to me, I'm just fucking depressed, because, my health is failing. I had chest pain last night. Hospital wouldn't do anything. When I asked for my blood labs to be transferred to this hospital to get the labs done, they won't do it. I've asked for my colonoscopy and my endoscopy to make sure I don't have cancer. They won't do it. They won't even touch me. Who knows why, but the hospital here. And then, Chloe's like, hey, man, you need it. Thing is I'd have to make arrangements with my advocates to go off island, which we're going to have to do. Thing is, I've tried everything in my powers to basically work with the hospital, and they won't work with me. Well, when they're going into July, my family doesn't even realize how much hell I'm getting on this island. They're like, oh, you live in the beautiful place, quit complaining. Really? When I'm buried and dead, you can sue the hospital, Dinky. You and Corey can both sue the hospital. Plain and simple. In the meantime, I can't even fucking enjoy my life. Literally. I mean, think of it this way, okay? Another depression is my advocate said that, because motors are hard to get a hold of, I was trying to work out an agreement with the bike guy, pay half, or pay a quarter, then when it's all full, let him order the motor. Fortunately, he can't get the motor. Maybe I can message Tara, Dinky, and Corey and see if they can find the motor the bike guy recommends, put it on it. Because otherwise, I don't have use for a trike. I can't even run around with the trike. I can't even pedal it up the fucking hill. Dinky didn't realize I have a hill. That fucking trike can't work up a hill. Chloe doesn't even want to touch her bike. So we got like $4,000 in bikes and trikes we can't even fucking use. Literally. And that's depressing, I can't even use my office for YouTube or anything. I just got to fucking, I'm cleaning it. Lining my clothes in the closets, and throwing away stuff that's broken and recycling stuff. And yet, I need to buy some garbage cans again, and I got to do this, and I got to do that. Yet, it's too fucking hard. Literally. I have like 2 bags of clothes laying around right now. I don't even know where my bags are on my clean clothes. I don't know if these clothes here are clean or dirty. I just like, oh, these are good. I mean, that depresses me too. Sniffing my own clothes to see if they're clean. I mean, literally, I got piles everywhere, and I know what's dirty, but I don't know what's clean. And yet, the lady was out here. She was upset that we have like 20 loads of dishes, still washing them. Yet Chloe makes a mess, doesn't clean it up. Makes a mess, doesn't clean it up. Literally. I mean, she's got this little area here where my switch was. Now it's fucking her little table for all her condiments. It's like, clean that fucking shit up. So my depression is because of between sister committing suicide, living situation. My little bunny is still doing good, by the way. He makes me happy. I mean, my therapist said it's time to tell you what's depressing me. And look, I'm depressed that my sister committed suicide. I'm depressed that my family didn't tell me why they moved to Texas. I'm depressed that my own family, right? My sister says, oh, you don't do updates on YouTube. You got my fucking phone number. You got another fucking phone number. You got fucking 2 phone numbers and email, and you don't use it. Literally, I have to send an email from time to time to my cousin talking about my little punk-ass dog who basically stole my fucking hot dog the other day, which I was going to have hot dogs tonight, but hot dog buns are gone. I mean, I was going to send Chloe a hot dog buns, and she's like, no. And then I wanted ramen, but there's no pots clean. So, can't eat ramen. I can eat cold raviolis. So, tonight's dinner, nothing. Because Chloe doesn't want to do anything. When I'm sleeping, she can fucking turn around and fucking rinse off the stuff, stack up the dishes, and have them all done. But no, she doesn't want to do anything. Let's go in a room and say, oh, I'm so depressed. Well, if you're depressed, go get a mental hospital. I mean, literally. I was talking to Dad tonight on the phone. Dad, Poppy. He's loved to meet Dinky and Corey on Zoom. He said to me, he says, what you're living with is a cockroach or a leech. Doesn't want to do anything. Wants basically, oh, you're a real woman. Chloe's ex-roommate said a real woman would take care of their house. Even the advocate lady that came out and was organizing with me said the same thing. I mean, we got the kitchen completely organized. We know where everything is. Now I just got to remember coffee cups above the coffee pot. But, and I keep asking Chloe to leave. I mean, literally, look at her mom. Her mom doesn't even want her home. 30 years of this mental abuse of her mom. And now her mom's like, no, you're on your own. And yet she's like, my mom will ask me to, you know what, Chloe can buy her own ticket home. She just doesn't want to. She's afraid that mom's going to make her a man. Or the mental hospital's going to make her a man. Or a group home's going to make her a man. The lady that came out, she took pictures. I don't know what she was doing with the pictures, but she said she needed for a report. So, I said, I hope it's not against me. And she said, no. I mean, literally. Physically, literally. So, but you guys get the idea of why I'm depressed. Chris, he's like, oh, you need to play whatever game it is. I don't have the space for it. And 2 is my computer's down. And 3 is, you should realize I'm depressed, And I'm also depressed that Brother Brian's not around. I love hearing Brian. Brian says, oh, we game, we'll game. And I know his aunt died, so I can see where he is in depression too. I can sense it and feel it, But at times, I need to give you guys an update because everyone's worried about me. I know Chris wants to use Discord, but the thing is, Chloe's basically starting to turn off Discord because Chloe doesn't want to deal with, certain things like, someone comes in and talks about pot or drugs or drug abuse or whatever. It's like, we're playing a game here. We don't want to hear fucking not, that's with Chloe. With me, I'm so damn depressed that I'm trying to zone out everything, I mean, literally, it was great getting a lot done. I talked to a guy and I said, hey, the both of us, we could probably clear up Living World Season 3, when the time comes. He helped me out last night. He says, I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you, boss. Not every day someone spends 40 gold on me, and I appreciate that, man. I couldn't believe how many freaking goons we took down together last night. Literally, we mowed down a bunch. And then the enemy kept coming, and he's like, well, we better follow the storyline, we got it done. But still, he was running up, resurrecting me when I died. He's like, why do you die? Because I'm a tank. I sacrificed some light HP for fucking strength so I can fucking mow everything down, However, last night I was playing my game, and I stopped. I looked at my friend, and I said, hey, have you ever noticed the swords look like they're made of paper? He said, which ones? I said, look on the ones I got. He says, oh, yeah, you got the precursors. That's the level down one, the exotics that are turned into legendaries. And he said, yeah, I see that. I said, yeah, it looks like I'm using paper, because when he's holding in the hand, it looks so thin, And he says, well, it could be some advanced metal. Just think of it that way. Yeah, now my guild's talking about legendaries again, and Chloe doesn't like it. So Chloe's like, I'm going to do a house cleaning. Well, I'm just tired of her temper. She won't fucking control it. She won't learn. She wants to say I'm a rapist lover and a fucking redneck hilljack lover, talking about my cousin. Well, I love my family. Literally, my family said they'd be there for me. And yeah, my therapist says, I need to get this out there that I feel kind of abandoned. Look. The other day, right? I told my sister, Teddy Bear, I've been depressed. She understands. When my sister found out my sister's dead, she helped raise me somewhat. That hurt me. Now, it hurt me also that my cousin, my cousin Dinky speaks her mind. She knows I speak mine. That's how we bond very well. And I know what she means as well. My sister finally said enough's enough, gave up. I'm still a fighter. I'm fighting. And my cousin Dinky knows I'm fighting. My cousin Dinky poured me a fight for advocates, fights to have surgeries and everything else. But my depression is pretty bad. And, I have to literally beg for my sister Teddy Bear to call me. I've even begged Dinky, when you need to contact me, just call me. My phone's always on. It's always charging every 2 days. I plug it in. I don't call. No Zoom. I even said, we can Zoom anytime. No Zoom. I'm paying for Zoom. And yet no one uses it. And then, the other thing that depresses me is a couple of my advocates are so damn busy that I can't even get in touch with them. They're like, oh, if you need groceries, let me know. Oh, if you need this, let me know. And yet, it's like I missed a doctor's appointment the other day that via video and got charged for it. And I was like, oh, and I had to reschedule it. So my sister committed suicide, and it's just been hard. So I forgot all about the appointment, but I got it on the calendar. So, but still, it just hurts me, And the fact that Chloe thinks my advocates should be used. I mean, my advocates are working for me. I mean, one of them's offered to pick me up an air conditioner for this place, for my room right here where I sleep. And yeah, Chloe's like, "Man, come in." I don't know, but it's none of your business. I mean, I literally asked her to leave. I mean, I asked her at the beginning of the month buy a ticket. And every day gets closer to that eviction moratorium, and it scares me. It scares me, and that depresses me. Chloe won't learn her fucking lesson. Literally. Windows open, she'll scream. I tell her, control your temper. Come with a volume control. Doesn't happen. It just depresses me. It's like she's fucking egging on and challenging everything. She wanted to go and attack the bus depot and attack Walgreens or Walmart or Rite Aid. That's what it was, Rite Aid, because they kicked her out. And yet, so I called the crisis team tonight, and they said, you need to do something for yourself. I did. And you know what happened? I got yelled at. I got yelled at for completing Living World Season 2 again, getting more goods, masteries, and everything else. I have to do it anyways, complete that thing, get the legendary amulet, and other items. And yet, again, and I'm liking the story, So this guy turned around and said, "Hey, boss, when you get on later tonight, later, we'll do Living World Season 3. Well, he offered to help Chloe, but Chloe's just like, "I'm not going on. I'm not doing it." I mean, literally. So, to me, I'm tired of cleaning up Chloe's fucking messes. I mean, literally, the only reason why Chloe decided to not go out to the hospital is because she got free glasses. Fortunately, to get a glasses appointment, it's 10 months out. And I, for one, do not want to, I'll wait. Unfortunately, they're backlogged. Lions Club's paying for my glasses. My glasses are fucking failing. I mean, literally, I got fucking the film inside it or whatever it is fucking. I mean, I took a picture, and I even showed the lady, one of my advocates, who sent a picture off to the doctor, and the doctor said the glasses aren't supposed to do that. I mean, you got the sticky film in the inside, and it's fucking dissolving inside. It's like, whatever it is, eventually the glasses will turn into reading glasses, because that's all they're good for. In the meantime, I'm trying to get new prescriptions, and yet it depresses me to no end, And then it also depressed me. I haven't been online much because of my family issues and everything else. I'm worried about hearing from Sister Pee-wee. I'm worried about Pee-wee, my sister Pee-wee. And it just hurts me, I mean, and so and anything I wanted, and also, my depression is I run a guild, right? And I tell the guild, Loot Trains, followed by Frax, followed by Dungeons, followed by Living World Seasons. No one wants to do it. They all are in their own thing. I got a guy who wants his commander's tag. I got another guy who wants fucking command the only dragon watch. But they are decorating the guild, so well, that doesn't give them the right to, decorate the guild with stuff and yet not do their job. The thing is, they're contributing to the guild hall. So to me, oh well. If they want to talk about legendary weapon of Chloe and Ron, I don't care. Fortunately, it's just, last night I said, well, which one would be good for me? I have the money to buy any of them. And yet, any of the 3 legendary swords, yet, my guy, the guy helped me last night. I gave him a new bow. He's like, boss, why don't you get a legendary? Because everything I have, I gave him stats. I said, you get 10% more damage. You do this, you do this, you do this. I mean, literally, I can make my sword a little more damaging, but what, and then everyone's like, well, you need to spend 500 gold to craft. I don't want to craft. I've seen people spend 2 hours trying to get their crafting level up. I'm not spending 2 hours of my time when I could be fucking making gold, fucking killing things. I love how I can go into areas and just mow them down. However, the game's getting harder and harder to fill in those last 6 achievements for that legendary amulet due to the fact that it's not giving me any ore. One of the things I got to do is I got to mine. I've harvested all the flowers and plants in the area. I've harvested all the logs I need, and now I'm harvesting all this mining thing. And then I got 2 jumping puzzles. That's 3 things to do, and then I got 2 things where I gotta find hidden chests, and the hidden chests are hard as hell to get. And so to me, I'm like, okay, I gotta find hidden chests. So I run around, and well, the last thing is I got to kill 3 bosses. But no one wants to kill these bosses right now. They're all focused on running around the same map, trying to find the ores and the logs, and Oh, I had a couple people get stuck last night. When I was before one of my guildies said, "Hey, got anything to do?" I said, "Oh yeah, I got this to do." "Okay, let's do it." "How far do you want to go?" "All the way." So we did the entire season 2 again. It took us 8 hours, 41 minutes. In the meantime, I was before that, Chloe and I were running around this area, and there's some areas where Chloe's running around faster than me, and then that's up, and I had to stop, and some of these people are being attacked, and I was like, I got your back if you got mine. So we started working together to get harvesting, logs and cactuses and flowers and mining and And so we were running around doing this, and it was interesting, and then they're like, there's no market to buy extra sickles or axe picks or pickaxes or axes. I said, oh, I know exactly where to go to get it, and I don't have to use any of the on-board currency. So I went and bought some extra skeleton keys for the bandit chest. Then I went to the guild hall, to the shop there. We have shops in the guild hall, and I bought my pickaxe, everything I needed. Went back then, no problem. And so, but yeah, I learned a lot about bosses through the guy that was teaching me last night. Stuff I didn't know. It was helpful because I have to help Chloe. But frankly, I told Chloe, I just want her to go. Just want her to leave. I mean, that's the way it is, I'm tired of, I'm so depressed. What do I do? I'm depressed. Leave. You're not going to fucking do anything, then fucking leave, But you know how that is. So, anyways, my depression's because, and I've heard people say that everything that Chloe's doing is fucking a scam. She's not disabled. She's just fucking lazy. And she thinks because she's a woman, she's now a woman, she should basically be pampered. I don't think so. To me, I just want to fucking live in peace, and I don't get to live in peace. I'm dealing with, so many different things, neighbors and, etc., and everything else is not good, and so the government, it's the way it is, so yeah, so I mean, literally, the lady and I got along just fine, and I mean, the way it is, So tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. I gotta load up the dishwasher and get it all washed up. So everything's washed, dishes are done, and then I'll go to bed around noon tomorrow, because of depression, and That's when I went to bed yesterday. I might have got 6 hours of sleep, but the heat woke me up. And it was just insane. So, so to me, I'm just really depressed, that I don't have answers why my sister committed suicide. I don't have answers why my cousin and cousin-in-law left for Texas. I don't have answers to a lot of things. I'm just depressed. And I finally wanted to come on and say, Chloe claims that I said that her therapist is leading her down the path of failure. It is. She wants to say the therapist didn't want to help her because the therapist knew I was at home and I won't leave my house. And so the therapist is blaming me. Yeah, my advocate turned around and said, the one that set Chloe up for therapy said, well, I wash my hands of Chloe. Chloe won't get therapy, won't get a psychiatrist, won't go to a mental hospital, won't take care of herself. We're more likely on our way out. But she said that we can fight it for me. Fortunately, there's things that has to be done. So I have to basically take action. And I'm basically scared. I'm scared because Chloe's retribution, retaliatory retribution, What's as they say, Chloe's reckoning is not good, and, cousin and cousin-in-law know that firsthand. Yet, I'm tired of, being responsible for something that I'm not responsible for, like my guild hall, for example. I'm responsible as a guild leader, responsible as a commander. I'm responsible for everyone. I'm very nice. I have gold heart, and people like me. And Chloe, I want to do this. I want to do this. It's like me, 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 me. No, literally, look at with the lady, for example. She found out we lost 200 pounds of hamburger because Chloe wouldn't get in the freezer, do anything. So it all went bad. We lost, she hit all my snacks, and everything else. Again, I'm stuck with, what do I do? I could have made mac and cheese, but don't have any mac and cheese. It's good, I wanted to buy some more mac and cheese on hand next month, So it's the way it is, So I just, like I said, family should realize I'm depressed. I'm depressed also. My birthday's coming up, and I don't know if I should bring it up to them and say, hey, could you help me out again, or, I'll send money to PayPal, Instead, I asked Poppy to do it. And he was like, oh, yeah, no problem, birthday, no problem. But, my family's busy, and I understand that, but I'm still depressed, depressed at every birthday coming up. And, I would like to see my family, and I'm depressed that, I'm tired of basically hearing that my family's white trash, trailer trash, redneck hick trash. My friends are all fat cows. So my advocate, Courtney and Melissa, are a little overweight. Big deal. Literally. I'm tired of hearing, oh, your cousin Dinky is a fat cow too. Really. It really upsets me to no end, and to me, I'm just tired of seeing everyone be torn down because, she can't get what she wants. Literally, the world doesn't owe her jack shit, Well, yeah, my depression is high enough because I'm stuck at home trying to fight the hospital, trying to fucking fight this, trying to fight that, trying to fucking, people should realize I've been fighting tooth and nail for months for a fucking motor for that trike. No one's even said, oh, well, will you give us the model number of what we're looking for? We'll see if we can get one, say, in Texas or Oregon or Ohio or Arizona. Nope, not going to happen. Wouldn't be prudent. They didn't say, oh, you send us some money. We'll get the thing sent to your bike guy, and he can install it for $50. Then I got a motor for my trike. Said, trike's taking too much space. Might as well get rid of it, Hearing Dad say, oh, well, I told you it would be a waste of money. And so it upsets me, So I don't know. But I'm hoping that the weather gets better. I'm hoping, that we get cooler weather. Because this 83 degrees, and when it hits 83 in this place, it fucking feels like it's like 140. Literally, you just wake up sweating. And that's when you know. And the other thing is, just it's sad. So, and then, got birthday and Christmas coming up. That's depressing me. Got to set up stuff for myself. I'm depressed because I got to get vaccinated to fly. I'm really tempted to go to Texas, see my family for a month or 2 weeks or whatever they're allowing me to stay with them for. I'm depressed that, other things. I haven't even got my spreadsheets done this month. I'm just so fucking depressed, I have goals. My goals are being destroyed, I mean, so it's the way it is. It's the way it is, and so, my depression's high, I'm still around. I asked Dad, how am I fucking standing straight every time I get knocked down? He's like, you're a Christian. Jesus is with you. Some people think Jesus doesn't exist, but Jesus is with you. I mean, literally. It's like I'm a game character, like a heavy holy knight, carrying a badass sword, and being like, feel good, let me pick on you, you want me to die, forget that. I'm gonna fucking take you down first, and that's my attitude. I fucking basically stand up as a tank and be like, is that all you got? And I keep moving, and yet I'm still depressed, But I also know I can rely on my guildmates to help me get through storyline without relying on Chloe, because Chloe only wants it her way, her way, her way, and I'm tired of her way. Her way isn't getting anywhere. She doesn't realize her way doesn't get anywhere. I mean, literally, you don't have. She first says today she has $30, then she says she has $50, then she has $300, then she has no money. Which is it? I mean, literally, I mean, it's the way it is, and I'm trying to survive, and be happy, and yet I'm not. I'm gonna have a neighbor someone who thought my phones are for sale. It's like, no, my phone is not for sale. My phone is not for sale. My phone is for sale. I'm not going to allow someone to think my cell phone, my flip phone, is for sale. My flip phone is for my family to contact me. That's all it is. Call me if you need to. Instead, they didn't call me. They didn't want to call. And that's the thing. I know my cousins don't like using the phone, but you can always call me. You can always say, hey, how's it going? Spend an hour with me. I mean, literally, I spend more time talking to Poppy than I talk to anyone else, And it depresses me. Depresses me to know it. Computer's needs to be repaired. I need another computer. I need a bigger TV. I need a TV stand. Those are the goals. My goals are going down the toilet because every time I turn around, something's wrong. Something has to be done. Something's this. Something's that, I was looking at the shadow on the ceiling, and I thought, man, that's weird, Weird color, the way the light is hitting. So, anyways, as you know, the light in the hallway is on. So, and then, my other problem is my health problem. I'm having chest pain. I'm having bowel problems. I'm having high levels of stress. I mean, that's the other thing that's depressing. My stress levels through the roof. Could have high blood pressure. Could be diabetic. No one knows. No one wants to know. No one cares. I've been also gassy a lot lately too. Yesterday I was telling Poppy today, that I had bacon last night. That could have triggered the, because I'm being active trying to tidy up the place myself, you know. The only thing I can do is organize. So I'm going to organize one room a day, whereas Chloe's just in there, I'm kind of depressed. And that depresses me. Literally, she doesn't even want to fucking try. Literally. Toilet's broken. Trash is piling up. Chloe doesn't use a bucket to empty the toilet. Doesn't want to do anything. She just sits there and says, I'm kind of depressed. Well, then go find help. But she doesn't want to get help. I mean, literally. I want a bigger city to live in. Then fucking move. I fucking encourage you to move. I mean, I've been asking her to leave. Literally. And that's something I want to make record on. I've been asking her to leave. You know. My family, you know, they depress me too because, you know, they don't email me. And when they do, they're like, you know, how are we going to keep in contact with YouTube? Well, you have fucking Zoom. You can tell me, Zoom you a link. I'll Zoom you a link anytime. You got my phone number. You can call me and say, hey, how's it going, you know? Instead, you know. How am I doing? The weather's fucking hot, you know. So let me answer my cousin Dinky's email real quick, okay? So she says, well, sweetie pie, no, you don't encourage a thief that steals a fucking hot dog. Then 2 days later, steals a fish sandwich. Then 4 days later, steals a fucking three sausage-filled jalapenos, and he ate all of it. You know, what's the weather like? It's fucking hot here. Today it was 83. And am I playing video games? I'm trying, but my depression's getting the best of me, you know. Then she writes, you're no longer doing YouTube vids? Now I am. I'm just basically, like I said, fucking doing them when I feel like it. How are you supposed to keep up with me? Simple. You got a fucking phone number. You got fucking email. How am I plans? Any weekends? No, this weekend was gaming. That's it, you know. Then we talked about the organizer. You know, Chloe left, and the organizer and I had to do everything because Chloe went to get a sponge, a Drano, and something else, rubber gloves. And then the lady left. And before she left, she told Chloe to fucking promise this place would be clean, organized. Chloe promised, but Chloe can't keep her promise. That's something that she knows, literally. I mean, she heard from the advocate about the quarter incident where Chloe threw fucking shit fit over the phone when I was saying I need $10 for quarters. Said I ended up getting $40 because Chloe won't part with any of her own money for fucking quarters for laundry. It's like, if I'm doing laundry, I got to support her laundry. If I'm fucking buying shaving gel, I got to support her shaving gel. If I'm buying fucking razor, shaving gel, shaving cream, I got to buy those for her. So every time I turn around, the pharmacy fucking is going through the roof on fucking my pharmacy bill. I mean, literally, it's the way it is, you know. So, you know, then Chloe wants to make excuses. Let's say that, I'm so depressed, I can't clean. Really, all you got to do is fucking rinse, mop, throw them in the dishwasher, turn it on, I'm sleeping. That's all. When it gets done, you open the door, let the steam out, and pull them all out, put in more, turn it on again. How simple is that? Literally, she wanted a dishwasher. We got a dishwasher. And now she basically wants to take cold showers and no showers or whatever because, you know, the electric bill's too high. The electric bill's high because, well, we use a dishwasher. It'll go higher when we use an air conditioner. And if we get an air conditioner, I got my advocates looking at a new mattress for me. My mattress is failing. And everything I've asked for is for my needs, and I'm willing to pay. Fortunately, they're getting tired of, you know, trying to help, and Chloe's fucking botching it. It's like Chloe's being a rebel. You know, that's the fucking problem we have. You know, I mean, that's the way it is, you know. So I came on tonight to tell you about my depression and tell you how I'm trying to hold up and, you know, etc. Oh, I got 2 packs of smokers. I can always cook those. So, anyways, another thing I wanted to share with you guys is I have to get the fridge cleaned. Fridge cleaning, you know. Fortunately, the fridge can't be cleaned because the garbage needs to be taken out. Can't take the garbage out because Chloe won't let me leave. That depresses me. I can't even fucking go out, you know. And honestly, I want Chloe to get better. That's what I truly want, to be a better person for her. She isn't even trying. That's what depresses me. She's in the, I'm trying to control my mind. So control your fucking temper. I mean, do you know how many times I'm playing my game and I have Discord on? My family can even Discord me. They can email me and say, send me the Discord link. They can hook me up, right? As long as Chloe ain't doing voice that day, Dinky and I could talk in Discord while I'm gaming. She wouldn't mind. I mean, I could game with her, have headphones on, talk to Dinky for 3 hours a game at the same time, and I'd be happy talking to her while she's at home with her mom, whatever. But no, Dinky doesn't, but that's the other thing. She can use Discord. Dinky and Corey could use Discord, and Uncle Steve could use Discord. Even Nan and Rick, if they wanted to, they could use Discord. They can use Discord. They can use Zoom. They can email me. They can call me. I mean, I don't have a fax number, but you get the idea. I have all these things that they could do to contact me, and they don't even try. And that depresses me. I mean, I have to beg people to call me, to check in with me. Beg. A minister of God has to beg for a phone call. Literally, I had to beg my sister. When my sister did finally call me, she's like, I got bad news. Our sister Caprice committed suicide. I mean, the lowest of the lowest. I thought, Uncle Steve died, or Aunt I finally kicked the bucket by mistake, or, because they're up there in age, or, my Uncle Jeff the retard died, or Jeff Jr. died, or Aunt Stacy kicked the can by mistake. I love Aunt Stacy. She's awesome. Just like Dinky's awesome, and Nan's awesome, Rick's awesome, Uncle Steve's awesome, and I's awesome. But you know what I mean. So you got all these people, right? And I'm worried that one of them. So I said, who died this time? Aunt Maya, maybe Aunt Kimmy, I mean, someone would get back to me that someone of them family died. But no, it had to be my sister. So the one that helped me, I used to skip school, because I couldn't tie my shoes. My sister finally sat me down one day and made me spend one whole day of school on a day that I skipped it, tie my shoes. And then afterwards, she told Mom, yeah, I got her to learn how to tie her shoes. She couldn't tie her shoes, so she wasn't going to school. And the school kept calling, and my sister would get call at home because my sister, 9 years old, when I was, when she was driving a car, she'd basically be like, why didn't you go to school? Why'd you hide behind a stump? Why'd you go to the forest? Why'd you do this? In the end, she realized I couldn't tie my shoes. She was there always for me. Took me to parties, drinking parties. When I was younger, I actually drank younger than I was supposed to. Sink the bottle cap. Chug the beer, other things. My sister looked after me, we had some fun. My mom didn't like some of the stuff we did, but never touched drugs. A few times I crossed my sister's path, I regretted it. But you know what? Anytime I needed help, she was always there for me, just like Dinky. But, when my husband died, my sister's temper flared up. When my mother died, my sister's temper flared up. I always told my sister, I will always be there for you if you just call me or write me. Never did. It was like she wrote off the entire family. We're a bunch of assholes, apparently. And then my nephew I found out didn't want to even deal with her. I had to because it was his mom. And his sister and my mother, my sister and his sister and his mother, were gambling, alcoholic, drunks, and other things, and me, I mean, literally, I don't know what triggered my sister. I will never know. As Dinky said, my sister took it to the grave, but it depresses me. It depresses me that I got a person I live with who basically is happy as hell that Dinky moved to Texas. Corey moved to Texas. My family doesn't want to deal with me. She's happy that my family doesn't email me. My family doesn't call me. I mean, I've had to check the email settings to see if email is even coming to me because I thought maybe my family's in it. Or check my phone to see if it's blocked. Nope, nothing. What it is pure anger. Literally, and it's like, oh, I'm glad your sister committed suicide. Oh, I'm glad your husband's dead. And it tears me apart. It literally depresses me when someone turns around and says, I'm glad your Hill Jack family moved. I mean, literally, your Trump-loving Hill Jacks need to fucking learn a lesson, blah, blah, blah. They're fat cows. They're all fat cows. You live with fat cows. You're all fat cows. You're all fat cows. You're all fat cows. mean, you know how hard it is to look in the mirror and be looking like this and being like, oh, I need to lose a few pounds, you know, and I exercise, I do all this stuff, and yet, I mean, literally, and then you're playing a game and you're like, and then you drink some orange juice and it goes away, you know, and then it comes back and you drink more orange juice and it goes away, and then later and through the day you drink some milk and it goes away. And I mean, literally, they're saying my stress level is through the roof. Literally, you know, I gotta, you know, and I'm not getting any help, you know, and it's depressing me. I mean, literally, I've been asking for help. I can get my groceries done. I can get my groceries done. I can get, you know, my tobacco runs done when the advocates go off on it. I can do all these things, but comes to one person, you know. Well, let me tell you, you guys know the story. Pewter was bought for clothing, for cleaning. She didn't do it. She said, fuck you. Stimulus came, she bought herself one. She said, fuck you. What happened? New tablet came in recently. She wants it. I said, clean. The answer, fuck you. She wants some legendary weapons that are digital skins only on the game. I can do it for her. Just clean. Fuck you. So to me, everything I've offered her to motivate her doesn't fucking work. Literally, it's like, give it to me or else. Well, then the triggers that I have is, I don't know, that triggers her. To know, which super triggers her. To leave, which quadruple triggers her. Everything I do triggers her. Well, I'm not going to live with someone who's got so many fucking triggers that I can't fucking sit here and have peace. I mean, literally. That's what's really bothering me and depressing me also, the triggers. Literally. She can't get herself under control. And here's a trigger word that I'm just bringing up once, okay? Adult foster home or group home, right? Triggered to no end. I could be on a conversation, say Dinky or Corey or I or Steve or Poppy or whoever, and Chloe will think, we're really trying to get rid of the group home. Didn't say anything about it, you know. Literally didn't. She thinks therapist will protect her, but therapist is bringing her down the wrong path. Therapist isn't even trying. Chloe's like, oh, yeah, you know, Chloe tells me, listen to my therapist, right? When I talk to my therapist, Chloe's in the other room. She always knows what I'm saying. She doesn't care. This therapist doesn't even want me in my own fucking house. And so, to me, I think the therapist is bringing it to, I mean, literally, I told this to the advocate. She agrees. I mean, literally, therapist, you know, thing is the therapist needs to realize that she ain't out. Chloe will go on about how she misses the past and everyone around her needs to be fucking taught a lesson and everyone needs to be re-abused by Chloe because Chloe needs to dish out pain and punishment and justice. It's like Chloe wants to be the fucking judge. Oh, yeah, you know. Your family hates me because I call him a fucking red jack, hill jack, whatever it was at Christmas. So they said no, Chloe. They have a right to say no, Chloe. Chloe got angry. You know, I mean, literally, you know. Then they all know what happened with the computer. You know, computer was fucking purchased for Chloe's fucking cleaning. Didn't work. I mean, literally, now that Chloe's on the computer, she doesn't give two shits about anyone but herself. And that's something I'm finally tired of, too, is giving two shits about others. That depresses me. I mean, look, I look after everyone. I mean, look, last night, me and that guy were playing the game, right? And this is something I want to tell you, how gold-hearted I am. He's sitting there, and I had to save his ass so many times by basically getting in between him and him as an archer. He's like, damn, this bow's not doing good. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, really? He's like, that bow's cool. I got bows with steam. He's like, how is it that you're mowing him down? Trust me, I can help you out here. And then I jump in, you know, and I'd be using my two-handed sword, blocking and bamming and slamming and slamming and slamming. And he's sitting there going, wow. Meanwhile, he's got enemies coming after him. And I jump in and I take the damage and I mock and mow him down, you know. And I finally said, hey, when we get to an area where there's a black line trader, I'll build you a bow. Okay, so I bought him the bow and the sigils. Told him this is between us. Cost me about 50 gold, right? 40 to 50 gold. He set it up just the way he wanted, right? All of a sudden, he's doing as much damage as me. A little under, but still, he's like, oh yeah, this is just badass. My other bow was not doing shit. We got into an area where, he's like, my bow's not working that well. What do I do? I said, well, we'll get you a new bow. And that's what we did. Whereas in other areas, he's sitting there and he's like, my new bow's not doing too well. How's yours bow's doing too well? Because I change bows out. He's like, what does that mean? I keep an arsenal of different weapons on hand at all times. Fire axes, ice bows, fire and ice bows, lightning bows, elemental to meet the areas. If I'm going up against humans, I can fucking burn them or electrocute them, or it's always. If I'm going up against robots, I always shock the shit out of them. Or burn them. If you use fucking fire and molten together, smoldering fire, the fire gives the damage and burns them for 20 seconds. And then the smoldering increases the burn damage by 20 seconds. So I'm burning plant things down very quickly. So he realized when I told him what I was doing, that's why I keep multiple bags and tabs in my bags. I've actually bought gems to actually increase my bag capacity. So I keep all my weapons. I use fire daggers, ice daggers, anything that's elemental, I'll fucking use. I'll switch them out when I need to, depending on my situation. If I'm in Terraria, I'll fucking use fire. If I'm in an area where it's dry desert and I'm going up against Inquest, I'll either zap the shit out of them or burn them. Mostly it's, usually it's electric. If I'm in an area where it's fucking fire, I'll use fire bows. Fire or lightning. Lightning fries that. I was in an area the other day where it snowed and lightning fucking fried everything quickly. That and burning them. I was in another area where there's a guy who was a fire shaman, same fucking thing. I burned their ass. I mean, literally, burn and zapped them. I mean, if you guys got, so humans don't like fire and fire. Now, if you're in an area where it's all fire elementalists, you can fucking use lightning because most of them are made of metal. Or you can fucking use ice. So I use an ice lightning combo that does fucking 3 times the damage and fucking mows everything down. And we went into areas that we were doing that. These people, this guy was so impressed. He's like, you got an ally, boss. You just tell us where we need to go and I'm game. I like story mode. I don't mind, he's like, I got 16 gold in my name, but when I gave him that bow, he realized the commander knows what she's doing because I've had 3 years of playing it. I know how to switch them out. It's like I was in an area the other day and every one of our guild mates were fucking not hitting the enemies. They're like, what the fuck? My weapon ain't doing that much damage. Me? Chloe was with us, and Chloe's like, well, Chloe's actions were break out the fire weapons. Well, I broke up the fire bow and the fire sword, and I was like mowing everything fucking down, literally. Critical hits, flaming them, burning them, you name it. When I got done, I was like, anything else you need, and I always keep fire swords, lightning swords, fire lightning swords, or fire ice swords, combos. So I always keep an arsenal of weapons I can switch on hands when after battle. And I'm like, oh, this isn't working. Switch over, like last night I was having a boss battle and nothing was working. So I finally switched over to another bow, and that thing just went down. It went, and the guy was like, holy shit, what'd you do? Switch bows. Oh. So that's what happened, yes. And I use usually the same weapon skin for most of my bows, except for fire and lightning. I keep them as they are, so they don't lose the fire and lightning skills. But everything else, I just fucking burn or zap. And I've not seen anything with frost or ice based, except for legendary. And the legendary weapons aren't that good, in my opinion, because someone asked me to get 2 legendary axes, and the problem with legendary axes is with me as a ranger, I'm a range fighter. So instead of basically running up like some of the warriors and they're just like, rah, 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 I'm like throwing them. It's a throwing knife, just throwing it, just throwing the fucking axes, But legendary axe basically means it does more damage. Like Frostfang gives you 10% damage. Percent more damage, gives you 1 weapon sigil, for ice and 1 infusion signal. I need something that carries 2 weapon sigils and 2 infusion signals. So I use longbows. Short bows only give you 1 sigil and 1 infusion. The infusion helps me out a lot. So to me, I have every infusion I buy is basically between 100 and 200 infusion, which is expensive. But it also increases not agony resistance for fracs, but it also increases my damage because I do 5% 5 power, which means every time I do more, I infuse my infusions and my rings and my armor. I'm increasing my power so I can take down enemies faster. I mean that's what I did yesterday. Was I have so much power built on my character, my tank, that's why that guy turned around and he was getting his ass handed to him. My friend, and I just jumped in the middle and just took the damage and mowed them all down with a greatsword. And then he says, Ranger Company. I said, no, Badass Company, and we took care of everything between both of us. We basically, and then one area we were in, there was this thing that kept trying to take me down, and I'd life up and take it down. Eventually, when he got his new bow, he basically, we lined it up together at the same time, and that thing didn't stand a chance and revive itself because, it's one of these legendary wolves. But as soon as we got into the boss battle in this lab, was a troll that's throwing things. I was running in circles around the troll, and he's basically running in the other opposite end, and we tag teamed this thing and just mowed it down. We had it down in 30 seconds flat, with both of us being archers using special abilities. And he's like, oh yeah, and so, but now we're on Living World Season 3, which means I got to finish up where I left off because Chloe took over wanting her Season 3, and so, So I thought I'd share that with you all. I thought it was cool, that it was just too awesome, And so, and then, I went to bed late and then, I spent some time talking to the guild leaders, my guild leaders, and they're like, well, they're still talking about Legendary. Well, I even said, hey, let's talk about me for once. I helped out a guy with a bow and then I did this. What do you think would be better looking for me as a ranger? He didn't want to talk about me. He wanted to talk about himself, what he wanted. So I finally said, look, I have the gold. I'm not going to craft the sword. It takes 3,000 hours to craft. So just tell me which one. They couldn't do it. So finally, the guy that helped me said, boss, you don't need to buy a legendary. If you just keep increasing your power, you're going to be more higher powered than the freaking legendary. Why bother? I said, that's the point. I mean, literally, that's, And yet, as soon as I complete the Season Living World Season 3, I'll go to 4. And 4 will be fun because I can get some new mounts, and everyone's like, oh, the commander's a pussy because the commander doesn't have mount 5 through 9. It's like, I don't need mounts 5 through 9. I mean, I'm not looking to have a status symbol like everyone else in the game that skips out all the story just to go get a flying mount. I mean, I'm not ready for a flying mount. My main thing in my game is, and I was telling my buddy this last night, he and I were actually having the best gaming experience ever. He made me so happy last night that I told him it lifted my depression up to a point. But me and him were talking. I said, bro, the problem with this game is I like the way we're doing this. I said, maybe tomorrow before we start our Living World Season 3, we can go find those fucking ores so I can finish up my 6th thing. I said, well, we might need to call Chloe in just for a mesmer to get through the puzzle if we can cheat, because Chloe actually used the mesmer and hopped up somewhere, teleported me up to the top so I didn't have to, do it, and I got the chest. But the main thing is maybe we can get these done, and he's already completed it, but he was like saying, oh, yeah, we got to do this, this, and this, follow my lead, and I did, and he revived me, and I took care of the thing, but I just enjoyed myself immensely. And he enjoyed himself too with the new bow, but the guild, they're like, oh well, the thing is, the only reason why I wanted a legendary sword is because I could put infusions in it and be more of a tank. The more infusions I have on me, the more I can fucking go down to tier 3 fracs and survive the agony instead of dying, And by the way, I went through tier 1 with my squad the other day, my guild. We went through level 1 through 24, I think it was. And we got to the bottom. I was like, holy shit. Literally, I was fucking like, I mean, I was shaking. I was like, holy shit, some of these bosses are harder than fucking Fine Tooth, you know? And they're like, no shit. But, you know, the one guy, he kept using weapon boosts, right? And then he turned around one of my officers and he said, hey, boss, you did, they call me commander or boss, you know, hey, boss, you do know my boost perk didn't work for you. Don't worry about it. Well, what the fuck are you using to mow everything down? Don't worry about it. But, you know, that one guy, you know, we became friends, you know, really good. He's just like, hey, dude, no, you don't, you know, yeah. So with me, my next purchase is rings so I can increase agony resistance until I can do enough fracks to get my extra rings so I can put in 4 runes instead of 2. And then I got to buy rune fusion extractors to extract my rings and then put them in my new one so I save money, you know, and, you know. But yeah, I mean, I had so much fun last night. It just, you know, and it was one of my happy moments, you know, because I didn't have Chloe nagging the shit out of me. But every time I want a legendary weapon, she's like, well, then earn the money. I mean, I fucking earned every dime. I earned 6,000 gold. I had to farm for 18 hours at a time. Now I'm basically sitting on so much money. I've been like, oh, you're broke, guild leader, co-guild leader. Here's 20 golds. Go put it in your bank. And like last night, this morning, one of my guild co-leaders said, hey, boss, is there anything I can do to help? Yes. What do you think of these 2 people? Oh, they're nice. I mean, they're donating to our guild hall. Yeah, but they're not basically contributing to the guild except the guild hall. So do you think we should get rid of them? She's like, no, not really, unless you're Chloe and wants to get rid of them because they're not contributing. She says, what's Chloe doing? Chloe ain't contributing. Yeah, well, I realized that last night when I was talking to her. Chloe doesn't contribute, so, but you know how it is. I mean, I'm running a legitimate guild. You know, I had a thief in my guild who's not replaced the gold. I replaced everything except for my cubes. Chloe replaced those, and yet at the same time, I'm just, you know, I got people pestering me to go back to the loot train, which I should do a couple of those tonight. I also got to figure dinner out. You know, got to make sure I have the pans. I think I do. Yep. So I got the pans so I can cook little smokies tonight. So that's my dinner tonight. Packs little smokies. Should send Chloe out tomorrow for groceries. Give me 1 second. So, anyways, before I go, everyone, I just want to share with you a couple of other things, okay? One of my other depressions that I have is I don't like being used as a tool, okay? I call up advocates and I say, hey, I need this and this. And they say, okay. Now, Chloe says, I don't like your phone. You need to help me, you know? Thing is, she's just got to pick up her fucking flip phone. Her flip phone. Hers is a different brand. Pick it up, use it, and call and say, how long is the fucking wait for fucking glasses? Or whatever. She doesn't even try. She wants me to do everything. I'm tired of fucking doing every fucking thing. I mean, look, if you can't fucking make one fucking phone call and say, oh, is my referrals in from blood work? Oh, no? Okay. Done. I mean, I'm tired of fucking sitting there, right? And then she's, oh, the lady's going to put me in a group home. Well, maybe it's a good thing. You know, I mean, literally, she's so paranoid about a group home. Maybe she should fucking leave if she's that fucking paranoid. I mean, literally, you know, she's in the back room right now making phone calls to hospitals, you know. And, you know, my cousin Dinky, if she was around, she'd be like, what is a hospital going to do for Chloe? Nothing. Literally, a hospital ain't going to do jack living shit. Literally. That's the thing, you know. I mean, she was supposed to go to Oregon, right? Before the advocate. Said she would, oh, free glasses. Okay, so she stays. And yeah, now the glasses aren't old. She's like, I don't have any money. Thing is I still have a few dollars to my name, which reminds me I need to check my balance. Anyways, because I was curious how much I have left on my card. And then on top of this, right, one of my depressions is Chloe. It was given like $2,000, right, for taxi fares. The advocates clearly stated to make the fuck. Yeah. So, for example, she's got like $2,000, right? Taxi fare. She could basically get a hold of the advocate on the fucking phone and say, how do I go about getting a taxi from fucking the ferry terminal to the mental hospital for evaluation? That's it. It might cost like $150 one way, but guess what? You have the fucking resources, but she doesn't even fucking think about it. What does she think about? Nothing. You see where I'm going with it? There's a fucking... Yeah. Sorry. So, and then she accuses me of being a ex-roommate lover and a rapist lover and a fat cow lover. And, it's just driving me to the point where she can't fucking, they might be words, but they still hurt me. Words do hurt people, and my depression is caused between my family moving to Texas. They will eventually tell me why if I get down there, why they moved. I know they will. They're good people, and they know I'm a good person. Now, the second upsetting is my sister committed suicide. No one knows why. Now I know why my wifey in Australia committed suicide. I know that, so I have the answer there. But everything else, it's like I don't even have an answer except for people basically analyzing Chloe's mom, for example, and saying, well, Chloe's mom's doesn't want to deal with Chloe. She's been dealing with Chloe's temperaments and temper tantrums and everything else. I think Chloe's misguided and not a true woman and all this stuff. I mean, I think her mom would truly accept Chloe if Chloe got the mental help. And, that's how I see it, sense it. I sense as a, what's that word? Telepathy with her mom, telepathically, I sense that she would accept Chloe as a woman if Chloe got the treatment needed. And instead, Chloe's basically saying, well, I'm true trans, I have to have a vagina and no one's giving my letters. Well, the thing that depresses me is every time I try to line her up therapy, she basically turns around and wants her fucking letters. They get snip, snip. And without her controlling her temper and realizing what a woman's duty is, literally house chores and stuff like that, they're not going to help her. I mean, literally, she's basically, not even giving them the chance, I mean, look, she's got, this place here is all Trumpers, and they abused and used me, threw me away, and treated me like crap. Well, look what she does to everyone else. She treats them like crap. I mean, look at me. I'm basically taking the brunt of it because I'm the only one. It's full frontal assault. You say no, attack. You say, I don't know, attack. You say something like, quit being narcissistic, attack. Quit being me, attack. I mean, literally, I'm basically the full frontal assault to everything. And I basically get up and I'm like, literally, I shake it off and I keep going. It's like when I use my, as a ranger, I have a bear named Moppy. And, when Moppy gets knocked out, I push a button, says shake it off. He gets up and he goes fucking tank mode. Just, I've seen him mow down many things. I also carry a polar bear too, and other animals. They even got one named after my cousin Dinky. I mean, literally, it's the way it is, and literally, she wants to blame everyone for her problems but herself. She won't take it, blame. I mean, literally, she found a way out to not organize. She fucking took it. I'm going to go to a star and get some gloves and some stuff. And then the lady leaves right after Chloe gets back. The lady says, I want to see this place organized, Chloe. You can do it. What's Chloe do? Well, we argued, so I'm not doing anything. Fuck you. Literally, I finally had enough and said, look, if you're not going to fucking do this, you're going to either get me a fucking evicted, leave, If you're not gonna fucking pick up after yourself, leave. And I mean, I'm not. And the other fucking full frontal attack is the word group home or foster home for disabled people. I mean, literally, if I'm talking to my dad, Chloe thinks everyone's out to get her, the state's out to get her, the APS lady's out to get her, the fucking courts are out to get her, the police are out to get her, the mental hospital's out to get her, the mental clinic's out to get her. If everyone's out to get you in this fucking state, then pull up and leave. There's nothing holding you back here. Just fucking leave. You're miserable, leave. I mean, literally. I mean, that's the way I see it. Just fucking leave. And don't come back. That's what I told her. I mean, she's just fucking paranoid. So I'm going to be on for about another 4 minutes, and I got to take a bath. And then when I'm done with my bath, I want to relax the night away. So, gaming and little smokies and stuff. But you get my reason why I'm depressed. I mean, literally, I finally had to come out and tell you why I'm depressed, And it's not because, of one thing. It's about a factor of many things. But I'm still standing strong. I'm carrying the Holy Sword, and the Holy Sword is what keeps me going, And, my family needs to realize, I'm trying my best to do what I can to get rid of Chloe. And it's not easy. Chloe just doesn't want to fucking leave. And then people say, oh, she's entitled to live here, but she may be entitled to live here, but she's not entitled to verbally abuse me and hold me down. Literally, that's all she does. I mean, look at it. She doesn't want to cook except for whatever she wants, and I'm supposed to do all the dishes. Then the toilet's broken. She doesn't want to fucking empty the toilet, so urine smells going everywhere. I had to put pine sol in the toilet bowl again just to make sure it doesn't stink. She doesn't even think about that. Then she basically doesn't want to take a bath until I fucking clean the tub thoroughly because it's my job, apparently. And yet she doesn't want to clean the toilet. She doesn't want to clean the bathroom. She's all depressed all the time. I mean, if you're depressed all the time, then leave. And if it's because you're on an island, fucking fix it. If you're depressed because of whatever, just fucking leave. I mean, literally. I mean, once Chloe gone, I bet you 2/3 of my depression will go away, except for the depression on why my sister committed suicide and why Dinky and Corey left for Texas. Otherwise, it'll go fucking away. I got enough people already looking after me that they're, and Chloe's like, man, I don't like you. That's because I have a gold heart. I mean, literally. I mean, they get the intel around town. Chloe walks into a grocery store and they're like, oh, shopping for Rita? Yes. And then they're like watching Chloe, which card she uses for, shaving cream, shaving gel, razor blades, or whatever, like the other day, I asked for a receipt on something and there was no receipt. So I emailed my friend who runs a company here in town and they emailed me a receipt. Found out about lunch, and et cetera, and, the receipts aren't around. It's because, well, I'm buying lunch without no one knowing. It's like and it's like the other day I was shopping or something. What was I doing? Anyways, I sent Chloe up to the tobacconist and a tobacco shop. She came back. I always tell her to use her fucking phone, That's the fucking thing. I paid for a phone, right? She doesn't use it. I was like, look, when you're at the smoke shop, ask them about pipe tobacco, actual pipe tobacco. So in the summertime, I could smoke pipe. Didn't think about it. I forgot. See, that's the thing. She fucking forgets everything. You call her up and you say, hey, don't forget to pick up the milk. Gets home, no milk. Like I told her Sunday, right? Sunday evening, right? I'm playing a game, and I said, thanks. She's like, what for? For picking milk and orange juice up. She didn't do it. It was like the next day. I think it was like I thanked her Saturday, and she picked up Sunday. But she, one of the grocery stores are closed, so you get the idea. So I thanked her. Of course, she was angry about it. I was like, look, if you can't remember, and then I told her fridge cleaning. I mean, there's a lot of moldy stuff in there, and yet she won't fucking clean it. If I have to do it, I need the trash taken out. She won't take the trash out. But if I do it, I get fucking ripped a new one for taking the trash out. So it's like, I don't want to live in filth. And that's one thing that depresses me too, you know. And yet she doesn't even want to try. It's like, I'm so depressed. Oh, we had an argument. I can't do anything. Well, you know what? If that's your attitude, then fucking leave. Just pack up and fucking leave. You know, I can manage on my own without anyone. That's where I want to be self-reliant. I don't want to be fucking held back because I can't leave my house and I can only use a fucking phone to make phone calls. I mean, literally, it's unfair to me. You know, it's unfair to me and it's unfair to everyone else, you know. And it is just too unfair. I mean, literally, an excuse. I mean, she told the advocate lady came out to organize. If she had her own place, she'd be fucking, if she had an organized, if she had her own apartment, then it would be what do you call it? If she had her own apartment, right? Then it would be sorry, I was looking for something. It would be empty, where you can hear an echo. But because I have too much crap, she was bitching about it. So, anyways, I better get going. I gotta check on Chloe, take a bath. And then I gotta make smokies for dinner and then do my guild business. So, I hope you guys had a good update, you know, and now you know why I'm depressed. I'm hoping to get over this soon. And my family is my encouragement. Poppy's an encouragement, and others are encouraging me. So, with that said, everyone, please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions. Hit the like, subscribe button. Souls of funding for your family, your dogs, or cats, or bunnies, or service dogs. Thanks for watching, and God bless you in everything you do.